Hello everybody, good afternoon. This is a really wet monsoon day in Hawaii. I have been asked quite a lot about my dolls that I make, and I make paper dolls, I make soft sculpture dolls, I make dolls that are freestanding, dolls that sit on your bed. This one is going to be quite big, and so I thought I would make this into 2 or 3 parts, this video. This is the first part, and I want to show you, it's just basic, nothing difficult about this. All I did was I printed the image of the woman onto some nice cotton fabric, and then put it face down on some muslin. This is bleached muslin, actually, white. And then I sewed around the edge of it, and I cut the seam very close with pinking shears. And pinking shears are good because it helps you turn the corners on things. Then I put my trusty forceps inside, and I just made sure that I pushed out everything. Pushed out the hairline, and of course she'll have a hat, so everything will be covered up. And turned her inside out, and of course before I did that, and there she is. Another trick I have that you may or may not know is when you have a doll like this, a soft doll with the seams like this, you should go around and pull the seams like that. That just helps when you stuff the doll. It helps go around the curves and helps it all look nice. So I've actually gone around this like this, around the seams, so I'm doing a quick little demo to show you. So there we are. Now she's very pretty, and I have a good look at her to start with, actually, because I'm going to do a little bit of sculpting after she's stuffed, and I'm trying to visualize before she's stuffed where I would like to put the sculpting. And of course I'll put it around her neckline, I'll put it around her hairline, and I will probably put some sculpting maybe along the arm and the hands perhaps, and possibly the necklace she's wearing. But anyway, she's turned inside out. I leave about 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters or so at the bottom. That's for stitching her up. Now I'm going to stuff her, and so I take fairly big pieces of stuffing and put them in there. If you've ever made sausages, the casings, I always imagine I'm holding a sausage casing and pushing it in. And of course I don't need those scissors anymore. So the first thing is to get it up into her head as much as I can. I say it's kind of like holding a sausage casing. Then I want that fairly firm. Another major point is her neck. You don't want her neck to be broken when it's finished, so that's important. So the next part is to push up into her neck and try and make that stable. And a little bit of stitching later will make it more stable. I'm going to make the clothing on this one simple. I may make a couple of layers, but I'm going to make it rather simple. But she'll have flowers in her hands, she'll have a nice bonnet of some sort, and maybe a shawl, or at least she'll have ruffled lace around here. So this is good, this is coming along. And I'm going to, I use that whole bag by the way, so I'm going to go in and just push with my forceps, sort of push more into her neck area. Okay, so now I'm up to this area. Now, next thing to do is to close this up, and I usually do a running stitch right around. So I've got a needle and thread, and I'm just going to start by doing a running stitch right around. pushing in the stuffing. And of course you won't see this, her dress will be attached. I like, if I can, to get the doll image that has arms, not sticking out arms, but arms that are folded across a breast or something. Okay, so there we go. Now I've pulled that up. So I'll just finish that off. Okay, there we go. Now, the next thing is to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and do some sculpting. I hope I'm not running out of too much time. And for the duration of this video, the rain has stopped. It's just coming off the eaves. It's not pouring down. It was coming down in buckets. Okay, got it. That's a tip. If you have a light on your sewing machine, it's an easy way to thread a needle. Turn the light of the sewing machine on. And it illuminates it there, and then you can turn it off again. Okay, I've only got a short piece of thread, and I'm not going to do all of the sculpting, but I am going to make a start. In the next video I do, I will show you what else I've done. But when you do the sculpting, you come in from a side seam somewhere. So come in from the side seam, and it doesn't matter that there's a little knot there. And then go ahead and take a small stitch down through to the back and gently pull it. And then on the back side, scoot over a little bit and find another place. I'm doing her neckline, of course. And when I get closer to the side seam, I can go to the side seam. But right now it's not possible. So I'm going through to the back. See, I'm right here. This is around her breast. And because it's closer to the side seam, I can actually go to the side seam right now and pull it. So there I've sculpted just a bit there, and my thread has run out. I should have had longer thread. Anyway, that's how you sculpt, and show you how I start to figure a headdress. The other thing that I'll be doing in the next video is, you notice that there is white around there. I'll be showing you one of my tricks for covering that. Most of the clothing will cover it, but there may be parts where it shows, and I'll show you my tricks for covering that up, basically. So there she is, and she's going to have lots of pretty lace and flowers and I'm not sure what else. I'm going to make a chain necklace, a real chain necklace with a little dangle on it. I'm going to give her a really beautiful hat though. She needs a really big hat. So thanks for watching. This is Lila signing out from the monsoon days in Hawaii. Bye-bye.